Hey guys! So as you know, our Cowboy Bebop first look dropped today, which was so exciting.
Not the word I'd use, but go ahead.
And I just wanted to address a couple of things that sort of keep coming up in the comments amongst fans.
Ooh, it's gonna be one of those videos, isn't it? Alright, let's do this. So a while back, Netflix announced that they were going to do a live-action version of Cowboy Bebop, to the collective groans and gnashing of teeth of every Western fan of the series who never asked for this, and knew instantly it would be royally fucked up the poop shoot by the leper stiffy of the Netflix streaming service. After a while, this kind of faded into the background and nothing much came of it, until a few days ago when they started releasing promotional images. Now, aside from the fact that they had race-bent the characters, they also showed that they had redesigned the clothes of Faye Valentine, the series' femme fatale, basically turning her from this into this. Now, I'm not actually a fan of Cowboy Bebop, I didn't really care for it, but I am fully aware that as far as anime fans go, my opinion is firmly entrenched in the minority category, so I have no particular nostalgic skin in this game. To be honest, I didn't even like Faye's outfit in the original because she looked like the slutty result of anthropomorphic banana porn, and besides, Amy Mizuno was always the perfect waifu anyways. Fight me on this, bitches. I do, however, understand and sympathize with the fans who got pissed at the desexualization of the character. It seems that nowadays the only way you're allowed to dress up in a skimpy outfit and be sexy is if you're 200 pounds overweight. Or prepubescent, apparently. So following the first wave of backlash, we actually got the actress of the character, whose name doesn't really matter because you've never heard of her anyways, and she's probably just hoping for attention, gave us this gem.
First, I wanted to apologize to the fans that I did not anatomically match the Faye Valentine character.
Actually, they complain that the outfit doesn't match her iconic appearance and makes her look like a generic cyberpunk character. I've yet to see a single comment about your body.
6 foot, double D size breast, 2-inch waist.
Actually, she's generally considered to be a C cup. Also, she's 5'6", and I believe that you're 5'5", so actually you're pretty close to her proportions already. But, you know, I've watched the show.
You know, they looked everywhere for that woman, and they couldn't find her.
They also couldn't find an Asian woman, apparently.
It's kind of weird, so they just went with my short ass.
Did they try the cosplay subreddit?
I know. Am I right? You know, there was talk about, like, can we put Daniela in a time machine?
You know, it says a lot about the quality of your acting when you can't even properly act smugly self-righteous and sarcastic in your own video.
And maybe give her different parents so she has different genetic information to sort of make her look better.
Still gonna beat that straw man, huh?
Mwah, how was your trip? Great, except I forgot my suitcase. I fell asleep and left it on the bus.
Oh, that sucks. I mean, I have clothes. You could borrow something.
I don't know if I could quite pull off your look.
You should just let me style you this weekend.
I mean, hey, what do I have to lose?
Your dry spell.
My dignity.
Same difference. So, go upstairs, put on a suit, and meet us out back.
Does that other suit have any more fabric than this one?
We can sew two together.
It proved to be too complicated. And the other thing I wanted to bring up was I wanted to apologize that the outfit I'm wearing is not exactly what she wears in the anime. You know, we tried.
Bullshit.
But doing stunts in tissue paper, things disappear, they rip. Sometimes it just got lost.
Tissue paper? You know, it occurs to me that you people are always talking about how women are allowed to dress however they want and be as sexual as they want, right up until it's something that you don't want. Funny how that works.
Anyway, like I was saying, that original costume, they made a couple of them, but like I said, they got sort of slurped up in my various crevices.
Bitch, how big are your crevices? How cavernous is your vagina that this is an issue? I think the problem is not the outfit. The problem is that you own a slurpy vagina. Seriously, get that looked at.
never to be retrieved again. So we needed to really build something that could withstand the test of time. So just,
Lady, it's hot pants and essentially a halter top, not a chainmail bikini. Women wear them all the time, even fight in them. In fact, even you have worn this kind of thing in your previous other movies that no one has seen you in. Stop trying to front. You people are really, really bad at it. Funny enough, if you want to talk about how hard it can be to move around or act in certain costumes, why don't you ask the Batman actors? Like any of them. To play Batman, Keaton was so restricted by the stiffness, he basically had to create a whole new way of physically moving in order to convey his actions. Kilmer could barely move, see, or even hear in his Batsuit. He compared the whole experience to suddenly getting old. Bale's suit was tight, uncomfortable, and gave him frequent headaches. Affleck had to do a lot of his scenes in motion cap because the suit simply didn't allow him to move. This is a very common thing for actors who are playing the parts of fictional or fantastic characters who have to squeeze into fantasy costumes. And you don't see them bitching to the fans about having to do their damn jobs and play the characters they're supposed to play. It's a traditional feminist whine that essentially amounts to saying that women are less capable than men, but we don't really want to admit that we're saying that, so we'll try to frame it as women being oppressed. Look, it's not just about these people trying to desexify women. In a visual media like films, comics, anime, etc., characters are given their looks for a reason. It is supposed to tell you things about them, or allow you to infer things about their character. So by changing the look of a character, especially an iconic one, you change the character. Faye dresses as she does because she is supposed to represent the femme fatale, the one who uses sex as a weapon or tool to accomplish her goals. You can't have her do that in the movie if you desexify her, which means you can't have the character be Faye. Which begs to mind the question of why you even are doing an adaptation of Cowboy Bebop if you don't actually want to do anything that Cowboy Bebop did. And it's not like Faye does a lot of acrobatics kung fu stuff anyways, she mostly just shoots people. I couldn't help but notice that over at Screen Rant, Brennett Klein, who's a he-him by the way, rode the simp train hard. For the record, my personal pronouns are lick balls. The actress who I will not name will star as Faye Valentine in Netflix's live-action adaptation of Cowboy Bebop, has sent a hilarious response to people criticizing her casting in this role. Hilarious? Did you watch the same thing I just watched? Dude, she's not gonna touch your pee-pee, no matter how hard you try. The show, which will premiere this fall, is a reworking of the legendary anime that premiered in 1997, though it only had a 26-episode run. The sci-fi western telling the story of a group of spacefaring bounty hunters in the year 2071 is credited with helping people popularize the anime art form with Western audiences. Which is why you want to fuck it up. The new show is hotly anticipated by fans.
You serious?
But of course, any adaptation of a beloved property is put under a microscope by people looking for any deviation from the source material. On Monday, Netflix dropped a set of first-look images from Cowboy Bebop, depicting the characters Spike Spiegel, who is not Asian, Jet Black, who is not actually a Negro, and, by the way, turning the character named Black into an actual Negro is kind of on the nose, isn't it? And Faye Valentine. More or less instantly, the Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom star, who shall not be named, was derided by people who didn't think she fit the image of Valentine from the original anime. A busty woman of inhuman proportions. Not that busty, her proportions are very human. Again, she's not going to touch your pee-pee. Of course, this is far from the first time a female performer has been criticized for not perfectly matching the bodily proportions of a caricature design. No one criticized that. Or sometimes for just not matching unrealistic expectations, like the derision Kelly Marie Tran got for The Last Jedi. Always gotta bring The Last Jedi into this. Nameless's response is certainly humorous, not really, but she also slyly, not really, pokes holes in the narrative expectations, not really, that women in real life must look like the exaggerated figures of an animator's imagination and that women's bodies are something strangers can have free range to comment on. Yes, that's what free speech is. We do, if we want to, have free range to comment on women's bodies, just as women comment on men's appearance all the fucking time. Not that that's what was happening here, but yes, we do have the right to comment on women's bodies, and I do it without shame or hesitation when I feel like it. Such as the actress's aforementioned slurpy vagina. Seriously, get that looked at. It's difficult to imagine this will ever happen, but one can only hope eventually people will learn to embrace changes in their beloved properties, knowing that even if they don't like something new, the original will always be there for them to love untouched. Then why do it? No one asked for it, no one wanted it. You just did this to try and cash in on anime because it's becoming way more popular than the kind of shit you people churn out. Fuck you. Anyways, I'm done here.